Welcome to the Controversial Show with Barry
and Brother Stewart.
I didn't get hell's attention. I'm tired of sitting silent. I'm dropping bees on the enemy of the demon seed. Then they start to flee, cause I got the greater one inside of me, G-O-D. And the spirit of holy indignation.
You get $400 a week, close to $500 a week. You getting paid $500 a week. You come home, you putting that on the table. But
She managing it.
she's managing
Your money?
$2,000. She's managing your money.
Woo.
You getting $2,000 a month from him. You getting $2,000 a month from him.
Uh-huh.
But you're just getting a check the first.
But
she told you to get out.
She's managing your money?
She's managing your money.
Really?
Yeah, she's managing your money. Reason why you trying to do a husband thing.
Oh, that's right, because y'all not married.
You're not married.
Ah, okay. Then we got to go back to the, yeah.
But you playing husband and wife and from the chilling. Now, it's more controversy. Now, these kids going to mouth off on you, at you. You're not my daddy.
Ooh.
You don't tell me what to do.
Because they getting older now.
You're getting older. Plus, they didn't have no male role in their lives for the last 12 years. You're not my daddy. You don't tell me what to do.
Oh, my God.
Then you want to chastise the child for getting smart with you.
Uh-oh.
Then she yelling at you, don't you yell at my what?
My baby.
But he's 15. He don't wear Pampers. He don't drink milk out of a bottle.
Similar.
He ain't got no similarity.
Grown.
He's grown. He's 15.
It won't work?
No, he's 15.
He's 15, all right.
And run the streets, hanging out all night.
What?
But
He's my baby.
that's your baby.
It's your baby.
But your baby's eating my money. My money. I'm putting on the table every week. You had a child by me.
Wow.
Now you're going to tell me to get out. Now I won't see my child no more because the simple fact is you told me to do what?
Get out.
Because,
but wait.
But what? No. I ain't married to you.
In the first place.
I don't have no
Paper.
I have no what?
Ring.
I have no what?
Credentials.
I have no what?
No power.
Have no what?
Control.
Have no what?
Say so.
Have no what?
I just ain't got no time.
You done.
Done.
You done. Stick a fork in you, you're done.
What?
Because now she told you to leave.
Get out. Because she running.
Now you got the 3-year-old one that's just standing there looking at y'all, and he won't see your face no more. Now the 15-year-old one sitting in the back room laughing, but ain't working nowhere when he walk up and down the street with $200 sneakers on his feet.
On Twitter and Facebook?
And Facebook, and got a game. Ain't got a game with no job, no skills, no nothing.
Wow.
But someone that's come in and stepped into to do the thing that your father is not doing, you're mad at him because he told you to take out the garbage. No, wait. Just take out the garbage.
Just take the garbage to the curb. On the garbage, the night before the garbage guy come up and show up. Whatever
garbage goes out Wednesdays, the garbage man come on Thursdays.
Right. Garbage go out
Sunday. Take out the garbage.
He come on Monday.
Anytime he asks you to take out the garbage, he ain't ask you to wash no dishes.
Just take out the
garbage. He ain't wash no clothes.
Just take out the garbage.
Just have the garbage when I come home taken out.
Once a week?
Once a week on a Sunday and a Wednesday.
Wow.
Once a week out of those 2 days.
Depends on what neighborhood you in and when they come pick it up.
When they pick it up. Because usually on Sundays you be ready for Monday and it depends on the side of town that you're on.
There you go.
But they don't go no farther than that. It's Sunday and Wednesdays. I know, because I had to do it. So
all right.
I had to do it.
So now, let me hit my scripture right quick, because it lines up with what you just said. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection, which is the opposite of what you just did, with all gravity. The next verse 5, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
You saying this is your wife, these are your kids, you claim them. Even though
You're not
she
married.
had one by you. She had one by you.
That means that she
And
had two before or one before?
she have two before. She got two before
Okay.
and one by you.
Uh-huh.
Now you doing the job, you raising. There's 5 of you in the house now.
Woo, okay.
It used to be only 4. Now it's 5.
Now it's 5, okay.
Now she's beautiful and everything else. You know, you're kicking it and stuff. You start off kicking it and everything else. Then you move in. But there was something that you should have done before you moved in.
Go ahead.
You didn't do what all men should do. And I had to learn the hard way too.
Wow.
We didn't seek God's face for the answer. Should we move in? And I mean what I'm saying. And I'm saying what I mean. We need to check with God first, brothers, that is going to church and you see a beautiful woman, you want to date her and everything else. But ask God, is this the right one for me?
First.
Because wherever you plant your seed, that's where your harvest is going to be.
That's right.
And sometimes you wish you never plant your seed there.
And the other
So
thing is,
and respect your seed that God has planted in you. Respect your seed. And what we need to do as men, we need to seek God's face more and be in his face more, to ask questions more, to say, God, what should I do? I like this girl. She got 2 kids, and you know, we have a good time. We go on different trips. We're doing all this here. We may be moving too fast, or whatever it is. Father, is this the woman for me?
but now you said that. All right, you said that. Let's put that pause button right there. You know what doesn't get asked? Father, can I take care of this woman and her 2 kids?
That's impressive.
Do I have the ability to take care of myself? Am I financially stable enough to be able to support myself first and then be able to bring her and the 2 kids into my home?
Come on.
Do I have a home big enough for her and them 2 kids?
Come on.
See, we don't deal, man, I'm
Come
telling
on.
you,
Come on,
men
brother.
don't
Come on.
talk about money. We
Nope.
got an issue with talking to God about money.
Money.
We got an issue.
Why we
with-
afraid?
I don't know why we're afraid, but we got to deal with
But
that because
that's
that's
the fear.
fear. That's fear.
That's the spirit of fear.
That's the spirit of fear. And Jesus said, I didn't give you the spirit of fear, power, love, and a sound mind. Now, why are we not using our sound mind to talk to God about what's really going on?
But
I got
what is that
bad
worth?
credit.
But that's it comes right back to the question I asked. What are we worth?
What are we worth? Why
What
are
are
we
we
not
worth?
talking about that?
What are we worth?
Why
Because
don't
you
we
know why?
talk about it?
You know why we don't talk about it? Because in our culture, it was never brought up at the kitchen table.
Not only was it not brought up at the kitchen table, you know, the culture, unfortunately, getting a little controversial. You're in church. What do people say about a single man that's in church? It ain't good for a man to be alone. So then the brother finds a young sister, or he sees a woman he wants to get married to, and he gets married, but nobody told him, brother, make sure you can afford shelter, brother, first.
But
Brother,
nobody talks about it.
But well, here we are. Here we are. This is what's been put in us to deal with in front of this camera to talk to this audience.
Hello, y'all.
To talk to men.
Hey.
Men, brother, if you got bad credit, please, you shouldn't be getting married. Brother, you need to be paying your debt if you got debt. If you have messed up 5 years ago, you signed
Clean it
up for
up.
stuff, whether you signed up for stuff, let's say you were trying to get your education and you did financial aid, and now you've got this debt and it's on your credit report, bro, you need to take care of that first.
Before you get married.
Because you need to prove, one, you need to prove to yourself that you can support yourself.
yourself.
Because if you can't support your
Two.
own self, how you going to support other
No,
people?
two, the second step is the money situation. Now, you bringing home,
You got a job.
no, you have a job.
Okay, you got a job.
You got a job.
All right.
Now, you went to school for the skill and this talent
Whatever
and
you
this
got.
gift.
Whatever you got.
No
right.
skill, talent, and gift.
Yep,
This
okay.
is what you went to school for.
Okay.
That's why you're in debt now. Now, you trying to pay a student loan off and try to pay rent at the same time and pay the cable bill
electric bill,
electric bill,
gas bill, food bill, and if
and
you
a car
got
note.
any kind of car,
and a car note.
if you got a car note,
No, you got a car.
all right,
note.
you got a car note, and you got to pay insurance, you got to put taxes, you got to put gas in the car, and you got to maintain the vehicle.
But that's just one part. Then the next part, how you going to do it, mama?
How you going to bring? How you?
No. How are you going to take care of mama?
How you going to take care of mama if she got kids? Imagine this. Do the numbers. If you, brother, by yourself, cannot, listening to us, watching this broadcast, if you yourself don't have the finances and you don't have, you haven't calculated the line items and you haven't done just simple addition and subtraction with your finances, if you haven't done that yet, how are you going to take care of another human being?
How?
And let's say she got 2 kids. You put that, I want to hang it up, 4 people. That's you and 3 other people. If you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of 4? How are you going to do that? And you know you got financial issues. You know you got bad credit. You know you had a Home Depot card and you defaulted on that and you didn't pay that back. And you know the letters are coming in from the collection agency.
And the phone calls?
This is an attempt to collect the debt. Any information that is gathered in the process of...
especially the phone calls.
And that's the electronic. They're not calling you, the computer.
The computer's calling you.
Come on, brother.
Ding, 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 ding,
Come on,
ding.
brother. Can I read that?
So here, so here.
This is a message for. We're trying to find so-and-so. Over. And I tell you, I've been through it. I've been through it.
But now, why are we saying what we're saying? We're giving you heads up. This is all it is. This controversy, you're going to get mad, but you can't get mad. You're going to get upset, but you can't get upset because we're speaking nothing but the truth.
That's it.
That's why I have the word right here,
right.
and nothing but the truth.
Since you said that, let me read one more.
Go for it.
Let me read one more scripture.
Go ahead.
All right, this is a little bit of a long one. This is in the book of Joshua, Old Testament, chapter 24.
You had to go back to old school?
I had to, man, because we gotta deal with that root. We gotta deal with that seed. We gotta deal with it, man.
But the money situation is, simple fact is that it needs to be taught.
You have to talk about it.
Me and his brother, because there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about. You're going to get mad at us about it because we're old school. We've been through it. We've been there. We've done this. We adventured and da. It goes on and on and on. But it comes back to the M-O-N-E-Y.
Bottom line. Let me read this real quick. Let me read it. Joshua 24, verse 14.
Repeat it again.
Joshua 24, verse 14 and 15. Joshua 24, verses 14 and 15. Now, therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth. Remove the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the Euphrates River and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. If it is unacceptable in your sight to serve the Lord, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you live. But here it is. Here it is in a nutshell.
I'm being quiet.
This is it.
I'm going to let my brother talk.
Few words.
Go ahead.
But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Repeat it again, please.
As for me and my house, we going to serve the Lord. As for me and my house, we are going to serve the Lord.
Jesus is buried talking today. Jesus is who? What's your name, brother?
Brother Stewart.
And who you calling on?
Jesus.
Jesus. I just want you to remind y'all, we're living this life. This is nothing to play with.
Nothing. We're doing this day to day.
This is testimonies we're telling.
That's all.
Our testimonies in the mix of everything what we're talking about. But can you maintain this household?
Your household.
This household that you want to take care of.
That's right.
You know what you're bringing in. You're bringing in 500. You bringing in 500. She bringing in 500. That's $1,000. That's $4,000 a month. And you have debt.
And she got that.
And she got debt.
That's right. They call credit reports. It's called a credit report.
Now, once you all get married. Once you get married,
brother.
Once you get married, now you're living together. It's
Wait, you're living together and now
but
you're gonna get married?
No. You're living together, and you're living in the burning bed. I'm telling you straight up. You living in the burning bed. You live in the burning bed.
Burning bed.
You
Go
live
ahead.
in the burning
Call
bed.
it burning bed. Okay.
I'll call it burning
We're
bed.
getting controversial. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be controversial.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When y'all see me, you're gonna talk about me, so I don't care.
That's on the show.
Thank you. But once you'll get married, you know you'll become as
One.
you see the finger. You don't see no other fingers with it, do you?
Let's see which one. This one. We'll do this.
I do this one.
We'll do this one.
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 It's just one.
One.
It's one. It's
Come
one.
again.
It's one. It's
One.
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 One. You're becoming as one.
One.
And you got to realize one thing, that your debt, her debt, is coming together as one debt.
That's right.
She may had $2,000 in debt. You got $5,000 in debt. Now it all comes together as $7,000 in debt.
That's right.
Now you both got to clear up that $7,000 in debt together. Even though yours is only 2 and yours is 5, now here comes the argument.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I'll do one better. Wait. You don't even want to go get your credit report. Why not? Because you don't want him or you don't want her to find out what you really got.
Oh, you're talking about $20,000 debt now.
You be surprised.
So you're.
You be surprised.
So you
Let me tell you something about that.
You're really walking around with $20,000
You could
debt.
be. You could be because
You
one
forgot
thing
about child support. They
Well,
want their money.
well, we don't want to get that far ahead. We ain't even got it. We gonna do that for another show. We gonna have to. Think about this.
No, I just threw that out there.
I know you threw it out there, but we gonna say.
Cause that
If you in
that
that
sits there.
if you in that situation too, especially if you got that situation, brother, and we still talking to brothers, men. Here's the thing.
But you see, that reason
If
why
you-
I know
if
you try to cut you off.
I know, but
the
if you're not dealing, it's collecting interest. Let me say that. It's collecting interest.
it's collecting dust.
It's collecting interest, brother.
And interest is nothing but dust.
It-
Dust on top of dust on top of
It's
dust.
collecting interest.
You got to, and that interest don't blow away.
It don't. Oh wait, the debt don't go away.
It don't go away.
Let me real quick. Let's get controversial. Those who voted for Mr. Obama to be the president, first black president. One of the things that he did was he bailed out the banks. He did. He bailed out the banks.
Yes, he did.
During the recession.
You should let him fail.
He did that.
You should have let them go.
Should have let a few of them go. A couple of them failed, but he did. He
You
bailed
should
them
let
out.
a lot more of them go.
But one thing he did a couple of times was he got on the air and he told people, file for bankruptcy. Go check YouTube because it's all on YouTube.
Yep.
But one of the things the banks did was they said, okay, yeah, they can, except for one thing. Well, I'm going to make sure I get my fingers right here. For one thing. There's one thing that you can't file for bankruptcy for. That's financial aid and student loans. And here's the deal with financial aid and student loans. It's for life. You will pay that off no matter how long it takes. You're going to hit zero balance on that. You cannot bankrupt it, and they will not release you from it.
Wait a minute. Now, you could die, and somebody in your family will have to take it over.
The only way to
No,
get...
your wife's going to take it over.
No, watch this.
No, your wife's going to take it. No, you're
man.
married.
Wait,
your wife,
wait,
your wife takes it over.
Let me hit you with this. If you got the loan or you got the financial aid when you was living at home with your parent and your parents signed it,
They got to carry it.
if you die, it goes to that person that's on the contract.
That's why I said it goes to the wife, too.
No, brother. It goes to the contract. They
But
don't go
no.
to next of kin. They looking at the
No,
contract.
next of kin, because simple fact
Now,
that
it should go to next of kin.
But no. The reason why I'm saying with that, because, see, now the wife signed the contract, too, where you get the student loan.
If she did, it goes to her.
It goes to her.
If she did it.
If she did.
If she did it. But he said, hey.
But no, the credit card, you know that the credit card company goes to next of kin, right?
Yeah, that goes next of kin. That
goes next of kin.
Because the bills don't stop coming in. I'm just saying. So
We delivering mail.
Brothers.
It's up to you to open it.
So brothers, you could be praying, is she the one? What should I do? You could be fasting. You could be worshiping God, and y'all could be going to Bible study.
Oh, no,
together.
I ain't gonna talk about fasting yet.
Right. Okay, I'm just saying
Go
because
ahead.
I was gonna talk about child support. You ain't gonna talk about fasting, which put the flesh under. Okay, cool. But guess what? Are you
No,
talking to
I did.
God about the money?
But what are you worth?
Are you talking about what you're worth? Is it your, which one is there? You go, is this your
your
house?
house.
Are you living in your own
house.
shelter?
But you need to live in your own shelter first before you start living in hers.
You need to live in your own shelter before you have anybody else come into yours.
Because if you can't maintain your resident address, phone number, if you can't maintain,
right.
If you cannot maintain your own address, how can you take care of somebody else's family? How are you going to take care of how are you going to take care of a family when you cannot maintain your own apartment? You have your own apartment. You have your one room, you have your bedroom, your bathroom, and your kitchen.
Kitchenette.
Okay, fine.
Kitchenette.
I do the kitchenette. I've been through the kitchenette. It's nice to have a kitchenette. You ain't got too much cleaning when you're by yourself. When you're by yourself, you don't have too much to clean.
That's what I'm saying.
But when I had my own apartment, I kept my refrigerator full.
Well, that was you.
No, I kept my refrigerator full.
Oh, okay.
I kept my refrigerator full with no baking soda and water just sitting in there. See,
There wasn't no ice in the freezer. It was just ice in the freezer.
Man, with no, man, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I back in the day, yes. Excuse me,
But this is you by yourself.
by myself.
You was
And
maintaining.
You can maintain.
Maintain.
You can maintain.
Maintaining.
You can maintain.
Maintaining.
When you can maintain your rent and maintain your food, and I had no car back then. I had to catch the public transportation going back and forth to work. But when you maintain your own apartment for 5 to 6 years, now it's time for you to get on your knees and ask God, is it time for me to take on the family responsibilities?
Yes, sir.
And sometimes we jump the gun. We really do. We jump the gun ahead of time because a lot of time our flesh get in our way, our needs and our desires and our wants get in our way. And when we see that sister, I want to rock her world. I want to be her big daddy. I want to be her everything. But you forgot that she got 2 small ones on the side, and they're pulling at your pants talking about daddy, and you're not the daddy. You're going to have to do what, like all stepfathers have done in the beginning of time. You need to ask God, God, is it time for me to raise a family? I'm being very serious about what I'm saying to your brothers.
Yeah.
You really need to ask God, is it time for me to raise a family and maintain a family? Because, me and Stuart, we'll talk about life, we'll talk about everything. But what is your worth? Are you worthy enough, and plus your worth, and are you worthy enough to maintain a family and raise that child, raise them as your own, even though it's not yours? Because in this word that we read every day, that we digest, seek his face, we do everything else, he had a stepfather. Jesus had a stepfather.
Joseph.
What's his name?
Joseph.
He had a stepfather, and what his father was? A carpenter.
What? Wait, the carpenter? He had a job.
He had
He
his own business.
He was an entrepreneur. Stop it. Stop it.
See,
Stop it.
but
See,
no,
we
I'm
go
gonna be
with
like-
it. There we go with it. Here we go. He was a carpenter.
But
Worked with his hands.
Nah, he taught his son a trade that will maintain his living for the rest of his life.
Apprentice.
He trained his son.
He was in
half of your men, are you ready to train him to be the man that you are to be? Are you ready to train him and teach him how to use a hammer, how to use a screwdriver, how to do an engine, how to be a plumber, how to be a carpenter, how to be a masonry work? Are you ready to teach? Because Joseph took the time out and taught his son, and his son took the time out to listen.
Oh.
That's one scenario. There was another scenario. There was a man, he was 100 years old, and his wife was 99. They had a son, the miracle son. And he had to take him up into the mountains to use him as a living sacrifice. And his son was old enough to whip pop down the hill, up the hill, around the corner. But he asked his father, where's the sacrifice?
I see the altar.
He
I
asked
see
him,
the fire.
He asked him, where is the sacrifice?
He wasn't no little baby.
He was,
About like a teenager.
you could whip him. He could whip that 100-year-old man. And his father had a nerve to tie him by his hands, with his hands behind him. They didn't say in front of him.
Yep.
They said behind him. He tied his hands behind him like this and walked his son to the altar. How many of your men will walk your son to the altar and ask God not to for me to kill my son?
Not to kill him. Because about to strangle him because he acted up.
And you want to, and one incident, and how many would you sacrifice your son or your daughter? The reason why I'm asking these questions is because the fact is, you want to raise a family, but are you ready for it?
Right. I got you.
It's called sacrifice.
I got you, man.
It's called
I got you.
sacrifice to do it.
You
Because
know?
we're going to be controversial. Let's be
Yeah.
controversial, like you said. Because you're going to have to sacrifice
Yep.
yourself for the ones that you took the honor, obedience, the oath. You took all these words, all this. You took all this
Having
to
the
love,
whole- having
to
the whole-
obey, for better or for worse,
Betrothed.
through sickness, through health, through death, do you part.
Riches, broke,
Broke,
sick,
broke.
well,
You can't go to work because you're sick.
you unemployed.
Are you going to stand there and tell her on that day in front of the altar for better or for
Worse.
are you going to be for real with this? Because the ones are looking at you is not the wife, it's them two kids.
Them two
A wife.
kids. And you ain't, and let me hit you. Let me put this in there on top of that or along with that. If brother, if you get to the altar with this woman, let's say she got 2 kids, you making a covenant. You are making you're entering into a marriage covenant
Go
with
ahead,
the
tell them.
Lord. You're going this way. What we do, we get caught up in thinking that we're making a covenant this way, horizontally. You know, you looking into her eyes and you're repeating the words of the preacher, but you're making a covenant with God this way. Not this way, this way.
Straight
And
up.
so you now are entering into a marriage covenant. Are you ready for that? Or have you talked to the Lord about it? Do you even understand the weight of the covenant that you're about to make with God? We know God made a covenant with Abraham. Heaven down, he made the covenant. You're going earth to heaven covenant.
Yes,
Up.
sir.
You're going
You're
this
going up.
way.
You're going up.
Your covenant's going up.
You're going up.
Have you talked to the Lord about the weight of that? Have you even considered the weight of that? Or are you too busy looking at her? Oh my God, and the kids, oh, we like you, oh, whatever. This and the other. The weight of that.
Wait a bit.
Are you ready for that?
Holy indignation is on me. Got the war clothes on tonight.